up, tankers? Welcome back to the channel. I am just here for a good time. Hopefully you are here for a good time as well. And today we're going to be going over the Object 140. And yes, I do have a few replays that are going to be coming out that are kind of old. But tanks like the VZ55, I deleted that replay since it did get the 2-shot gun to the 140. This tank has been in the game for quite some time, and back in the old days, this tank was a monster. Yeah, it used to be unpennable about 90% of the time here, from about 90% of tanks. And if you were back in those good old days, you used to be able to play on a map called Temple, Lost Temple I think it was. And in the very center of the city area, there was these stairs that you could play on, and the 140 fit perfectly everywhere on that little spot. And the only thing that was exposed was your turret, was the only thing visible that you could accurately shoot at when this thing was going back and forth and playing Ring Around the Rosie. And so what did they do? They nerfed it and made this thing pennable almost by everything. I think even tier 8s, maybe even some tier 7s, can penetrate this nasty little thing now. So today we're going to be going over some statistics, some armor profile, and gameplay for this vehicle. Alright, so the 140 nowadays, I mean, yeah, it has 185 millimeters of armor on its turret, but it's more like 18.5 with how everything just pens it. You can get some interesting bounces off the hull and on the sides if you get those wacky angles and wiggling around. Your view range isn't too bad of 279.8. You're able to see what's going on around you and spot for your team. It's kind of like a medium version of the LT100. Its concealment is quite fantastic, being able to sneak around. But holy smokes, look at that DPM, ladies and gentlemen. 3,665 DPM, which is a monster, especially when you can get to farming the rear of tanks, circle TDs, and support your allies, and not be the main focus of the enemy. Anyways, you do have 244 average pen for the armor piercing. Your heat rounds have 298, which go through the cheeks of a lot of those heavier tanks. High explosive at 50 rounds. I don't expect to pen much with that, especially most players are going to be running Spall Liner anyways. The average damage is 310, 250, and 410. Its aim time is 2.6, which feels fantastic. And then that dispersion of 0.29 is incredible, being able to boost that, especially with those equipment. You have 6 degrees of gun depression, which at times this tank does feel sluggish. Take it out to a training room and test what hills, what platforms, what rocks work best for this thing. You'll be performing a lot better than not knowing the spots that actually work. A lot of 140 players tend to just YOLO and expect that every spot that a regular hold down medium can use will work for the 140. Nah, not this guy. If people pay attention, they can pen that turret, or when you're overexposed, they're going to track you, and you're probably going to get deleted quite quickly. Maneuverability, this thing is not sluggish in any way. With this, it gets around, it bombs around, you can outrun everyone. Let's look at that pen. Yeah. The 140 shooting itself. Pennable, 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 pennable. Even if you do play it, sheesh, it won't let me move the gun. Playing it hold down, you still have those huge cheeks and cupolas. They're not hard to hit, but honestly, if you can see this, just shoot the cheeks with anything. Nothing too fancy about this tank. Alright, we're going to be in Canyon, a all tier 10 matchup with the 140. What are we going to be doing today? We're going to be going towards the middle of the map, where mediums, light tanks can be the most effective. You have vision throughout most of the map, go into the middle area. If you control it, you can control movement from enemies. You can kind of get an idea of what's going on. Alright. So the LT ends up going that way, which is a bit interesting. Missed our first shot on the LT, but we're going to be able to put a shot into the Kranvagen here. That 121. I don't even know if he's... Looking for shots here. But yeah, the 140. 6 degrees of gun depression. A very weak turret. We're kind of stuck here. We're not really getting much done. I see that the 268 is pushing this guy, so I'm going to go around and get the rear of him to pinch him in. Looks like the E4 is also moving to shoot this guy. He misses his shot. Where's his... Is he not using tungsten? We're going to track him. He puts one round into Super Conk, finishes him off. Now we're going to be pushing up here to kind of get on the rear of the enemy team. See what's going on. E4's right there. Put a shot into it, damage his turret. We're up to 1,573 damage. Looking to see. Kran is still on top. They're still on top. We're going to look for a shot on the E4. Turn him into one shot. We did hit his ammo rack. There seems to be someone in spawn. The IS-7. Oh boy. We're gonna check and see if they're gonna make a move for it, but since they haven't moved, they're probably not going to come after me, so I'm just gonna farm this guy. What an easy game. Hit our 2K. Now we hit our goal to get over our average damage. And now it's just a farm fest. So much fun being able to farm damage for free. Lets you hit new goals and experiences. What a hard game, guys. Gonna look for a shot on the Kran. Put a shot into him. He's looking at us. Track him. This is going to allow our team to be able to put damage into him after he recovers it. We're going to put another round into him. We're up to 5,000 damage. Now we're over the 5K. Are we going to be able to farm this guy up? Oh yes, we are going to be able to max roll. One more shot, we hit that 6K damage. And there it is. 6.1K. Wow, what an easy game, guys. What an easy game. Sometimes you just gotta take the opportunity to farm AFK tanks to be able to get games like this sometimes. But you also gotta make sure that your team is able to hold their own before you go and farm AFKs. And even if you only get a few shots on an AFK and then go back to helping your team, that's completely fine. But wow, what a hard ace. And what a, wow. I fought so hard for that 6.1K damage. Wow, high caliber. I feel so skilled, guys. I feel so skilled, getting a lot of experience and a lot of credits there. Definitely carried the team to victory, guys. Definitely carried the team to victory with these 2-0 players. I'm sorry, buddy, but could have done better. But thanks for not doing anything so I could farm up to 6K. Fantastic. What do I think about the 140? Honestly, guys, I know this game makes it seem like it's a great tank, but This is like one chance in a gazillion chance right now because of how trash this tank actually is. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't play the 140. You're probably better off with, I mean, the E50. It's a lot better. Go play that tank. Go ruin people's games in that thing. Anyways, GG. Take care.